Welcome to part 2 of my ACOTAR vlog. I am currently reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. I'm about halfway through. I would say that if you have not watched my part 1, to go back and do that. Also, I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but we are in book 3 out of 5 at the moment. So we have left off with Feyre at the end of A Court of Mist and Fury, in a place where she does not want to be. I kind of thought we would have a longer stretch there. Maybe we did. I don't know. I'm about 42% of the way through the book, and a lot has happened. I didn't pay attention to where she wasn't there, shall we say. So I don't have a lot to comment on, partially because of spoilers, partially because we are really fleshing out the characters. Cassian, Azriel, Rhysand, Feyre, Nesta, Elaine, and the one that surprised me the most, who's in this story more than what I expected them to be, is Lucien. And other than some of the choices that he made in book number 2 and his persona in book 1, as we've gotten to know him, I have gotten to like him more. So we'll see where that goes, I guess. And I have a couple notes, just looking at those real quick. Yes. Okay. So we are getting more fantasy elements, more pieces that I'm having to put together. This is where I'm starting to get a little bit nervous about being able to understand the story. I have struggled with Lord of the Rings. I struggle with Star Wars and keeping everything together. So far, I'm following everything okay. So far, I'm understanding. There was a part that on a reread, I'm going to have to delve into a bit more, just how some things sort of like played out. But that's on my end. That has nothing to do with the writing. The writing's amazing. Yeah. We're getting more like magical elements in here too, trying to keep all that straight. So yes, I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm very excited. I guess I'll talk to you either when I'm probably at the 60-70% mark, or maybe when I'm done, depending on what happens as I'm going along, because I don't want to give anything away. So when that happens, I will chat at you then. And if I finish it, then I'll be giving a rating and my thoughts on the book. So I will talk to you then. Hey everyone. So once again, I was not able to sit down partway through like I had hoped before the book ended. I finished. I gave this 5 stars. This book's character and plot development was amazing. It was not like anything bold, in my opinion. It is what it is, and it's beautiful. I love this read. I feel that this series is really approachable for new fantasy readers. I'm finding it easy to keep track of things and the characters. I don't feel like there's a bajillion of them. So a couple takeaways, because as I keep talking about, we don't want to give away any spoilers. I loved the Fae meeting when everybody from the court, or the high lords of the courts, all get together and the meeting takes place. That was good. I loved what Feyre did. I love how she's such a bad. She doesn't hold back. She says what she wants to say. You know what she's thinking. I truly admire her. And I love how it seems like a lot of her actions and what she does helps move the plot forward. And I totally appreciate that there. And the person that she has the bond with, I love how they talk to each other throughout the meeting, down the bond, as they call it. And he's like, whoa, calm down. I love you. And she's just, woo, she does not hold back. So that's one of my favorite scenes. The other one is the battle speech, when our main male character goes around and he talks to every person in his friendship group, the found family in that circle. And he says what they mean to him and why they are important. Like, I got kind of teary over that. So yes. And everything that happened at the end, there was certain things I was not expecting, but I'm glad they happened. Sad they happened. And the passion between Feyre and our male main character was just, yeah, that's true love right there. Yes. So, also, okay, everyone, confession time. I finished this one, and then I also finished this one. So, I'm going to be talking to you about it like back to back. It was a nice short little easy read compared to the giants of the other books. It didn't take me that long to get through this. So, A Court of Frost and Starlight. This is the transition from A Court of Wings and Ruin to A Court of Silver Flames. And I feel like this novella is 100% necessary. We have what happens at the end of book 3, and we really do need to look at how everybody is doing afterwards. And this book covers that. We know how they're healing, what they're thinking, how they would like to move forward. And then we move on to book 4, which I have started today. So, I was going to say something. Yes, this book needed to happen. We have information here that I feel is not necessarily crucial, but plays an important role between the two books. But it would not have been a good place it would not have been good to place it at the end of book 3, but it would not have been appropriate to begin book 4 with this one. So I have seen some controversy over whether this is any good or whether it's necessary. And I'm here to tell you that, yes, it is necessary and it plays its own role. So I have started A Court of Silver Flames, and we have changed perspective. This is coming from not Nessa's perspective, but she's our main female character this time. And this is going to follow her journey from after book 3 and the novella A Court of Frost and Starlight. And girlfriend has got some personality. I'm floored by some of her actions and the choices she's making so far. And lady had better get it together, is all I'm going to say. So I will definitely hop on here when I'm about halfway through. Because it's just such a large book that it does need to be split up at least once, and then we'll finish it and be through the series. I'm really excited at how fast this is going and how much I'm enjoying it. So when I get halfway through, I'll talk to you then. Hey guys, so I'm just popping on real quick, going to be super informal with this. I've started A Court of Silver Flames, which features Nesta and the main male character. A lot of the first half of the book so far is just plot building, introducing some new characters, introducing what we're going to be doing. I've just hit the 50% mark, and things are starting to amp up. Nesta is learning more about herself. We have other characters starting to develop, and some really exciting things are happening. I'm very excited to see where the rest of this goes. Again, I know I keep saying this, but with this being the 5th book in the series, it's so hard not to talk about things that could be spoilers. So I have to be incredibly vague with what I'm talking about. But I'm really enjoying what we're doing so far, and I'm very excited with what's going on with Feyre and her main male character, shall we say. Yep. So I'm going to keep listening, and I'll check in with you when I am completely done with the series. Hey guys, I've finished. I'm done with A Court of Silver Flames, and I've been totally blown away. I was surprised at how things wound up at the end. I'm giving this one, what did I give it? I gave it 4 stars. And the only reason why it's not another 5-star is because I thought the beginning was too slow. We needed to know things to get us to where we were going to go. I understand all that. I really do. But I did find myself kind of wandering in my mind and having to go back a little bit to see if I could figure out what had gone on without replaying some on my audio, or if I needed to do that. It just, I understand, like, I'm so frustrated because I understand why it's there. I do. I get it. But it's just like, did we have to take that long to get to where we needed to go? I have noticed with some of these books that there's like, and the books are amazing. Like, all together, it's a great package deal. But it's like we spend about 2/3 of the book with this like slow build upon build to get to, or building upon, blocks or whatever, to get to the ending. And then the ending's only like a very small portion of the book. It's not, I don't know. I do feel like, thinking back, some of these endings could have been played out a little bit longer. They were rich in what they needed to be. Or if we're not going to have these long of endings, then the beginning part just did not need to be as long as what it did. That's literally my only grievance with A Court of Silver Flames, because other than that, I hope I don't get any hate for this. I love Feyre. I do. She has grown since book 1, but while there has been character development, she helps drive the plot forward. Okay? Hear me out. In Silver Flames, Nesta's character gets hashed out so much more. The character arc is larger, wider, taller. I don't know. She has, and it's not that Feyre hasn't gone from a deep, dark place within herself, but Nesta's was deeper. It was darker. She had, or at least it's revealed to us, that she had more childhood trauma growing up than Feyre. And so from where Nesta's character is at the beginning of Silver Flames, even since ACOTAR, the first book, to the end of the series, she's done like a total 180. She's a totally different person. She has truly dug within herself to figure out who she is and what she wants and how she's going to get there. I thought that was amazing. That was, it was good. Okay. So I did a little bit of sneaking on my Libby app. It shows that there is a potential new book to the series coming out, and I think 2029, if there isn't an additional book. I think that this is wrapped up pretty well. However, I can see where this book would maybe finish telling us the story of the queens. Maybe we know what happens with a certain male character, like officially. Like, it's just kind of open-ended right now. There's nothing like truly fleshed out with him. So I would like to see something happen. I mean, I guess we kind of know what happens, but I want to know like a definitive, like a for sure. So I have thoroughly enjoyed reading the series and listening to the series. I was 100% intimidated by the size of the books, how many there were, and the fact that it was fantasy. And I don't feel silly, but I do feel very accomplished over getting these read. I am over the moon. I absolutely want to read them again. And at some point here, I plan on ranking them. I don't know how I'm going to do it because they're all 4 and 5 stars. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this journey over my 2 videos. Please check out the screen to see a playlist and another video to watch. And as always, please subscribe to my channel for more content. And I'll talk to you on my next vlog. Happy reading, everyone.